Howdy guys, how's it going? Guess what day it is? It is finally Friday, which means it is Whiskey Friday, and for this Whiskey Friday, we got Wild Turkey 101, baby. I don't know which way to turn that to where you can flip and see it the best. But yeah, we got the good old 101. This is a 1 liter because they was out of the 750 mil. So we're going to take and just go ahead and try to crack into this thing. It's covered in plastic. It's got a sticker. It's got a cork. It's just got everything and their mother trying to keep you from getting into it. But once we got the plastic out of the way, and then we just take and sever this sticker. It always makes me really just too nervous to try to twist this sticker off, even though it's really thin, because just the idea of breaking the cork off in the do-jig area is just a very unpleasant thought. But before we take and pour it, actually, let's just take and see what the label says right here. So on the front, we got Wild Turkey 101 Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, crafted with conviction. Number 4, alcohol by volume 50.5%, which is what leads to the 101. Then on the back, it reads, for more than 60 years, legendary master distiller Jimmy Russell has been crafting Wild Turkey 101 the right way. With a high rye content, this iconic bourbon is perfectly aged for up to 6 to 8 years in American oak barrels with the deepest char for more character. We bottle 101 at a higher proof, and only when it reaches its full complex flavor of caramel, vanilla, toffee, and spice, as Jimmy says, like the Kentucky River, Wild Turkey 101 is mighty, bold, and it takes its own sweet time. Well, by God, if that ain't poetic, I don't know what is. Now, see, I was really surprised. This is only the second bottle that's already bought, but I could have swore that I'd done a video with Wild Turkey already, but I didn't. So that's why we got this. Normally, I've been doing stuff where I try something new each time. But when I was browsing around, I didn't see what the one that I was going to get. They was sold out of it, and they hadn't restocked yet. So that's what I had my heart set on. So after, I got hit with that, I was like, I just started looking around. And as soon as I see Wild Turkey 101, it's been so long that I just kind of, got not a craving necessarily, but I tasted it in my mouth, and I was like, you know what? I think it's time that we revisit that. Then I checked my phone, pulled up the channel, and this hadn't been included in a WF yet. So that's what we're going to do. So we got the do-jig right here. We're going to pull this out. One thing I do like about it is it's got a cork, unlike a lot of other bottles in this price range. So that's just one of those little things. It doesn't really matter, but it's nice. It's a nice aesthetic thing. It just adds to the character of the bottle. So we got our do-jig right here. We're going to take and go glug, glug, glug. Not too much. We're just going to take and chill with a little bit of it right here, because it's still kind of early in the day, but you got to get these things recorded before so that they had time to edit and everything. But right off the rip, once again, allergies this time of year, they're not going to not be dicking me down, so the nose is not going to be on point really. But when it comes to bourbon, it's one of those things where it's just always sweet and caramel for me. Like, it's hard for me to pick out anything really extremely complex. I almost get like I guess you do get a little bit of the black pepper type of spiciness off of it. It's like black pepper mixed with, let's see, black pepper. I'm trying to think of the spice. Almost like a very light cayenne, maybe, just off the smell. But I never have anything like that show up in the taste. But it is. It's like 80% black pepper with like a sprinkle of cayenne mixed in with it. And yeah, so other than that, just the caramel sweetness, that little bit of, black peppery spice. And that's the only thing I can get, because like I said, my nose is pretty stopped up at the moment. But going straight off of that, let's take and just get a little bit in the mouth. Oh yeah. And just the way that it finishes is like, that's when you do get a lot of that black pepper. But there's no type of cayenne or anything else. It's just like a black pepper with like a really vanilla. When I say vanilla, it's not like vanilla ice cream. It's like, if you've ever had vanilla extract and then you like got a light whiff of it, it tastes the way that smells. So it's got like a herbally vanilla flavor to it. And that's the best way to describe it. It's like a herb vanilla. And then you do get a little bit of that caramel, but the thing that I like about Wild Turkey compared to a lot of other bourbons is it's not overly sweet. It does have more of a spice without being you know, overwhelming. But see, because I'm not a huge fan of sweet anything really. But when it comes to bourbons, sometimes it's such a heavy caramel, especially in this price range, that it kind of feels like it coats your mouth and your throat in a very unpleasant way. So that was one of the things that really kind of brought me back to this, wanting to get this today, was just because I hadn't tasted something like it in so long after the other ones that we've tried in the past. And going from last week's Johnny Walker to this, it's a big treat, because that Johnny Walker was really nice, especially after I found out that once you let it set out for about 30 to 45 minutes, it really started to evolve into a lot more of a smoky flavor. So if I ever get that again, I'm definitely going to take and, you know, pour out whatever I'm going to drink and just let it set and evolve into that more of a smoky aftertaste. I mean, it actually hits pretty hard in the smoky category. But yeah, this is really nice to be because for a 1 liter it was $35 in Virginia, and for what you get, I think that's a phenomenal price just in terms of flavor profile. Like, nobody that enjoys whiskey would be disappointed with this at all. I mean, I don't see how you could be. And anybody that wanted to, like, introduce somebody to it, or dial it for somebody that's, you know, dial it down for somebody that's more sensitive, you could put ice in this, and then it would still be able to maintain a decent bit of its flavor for, you know, probably 10 minutes before the ice dilutes, depending on what kind of ice you got. But yeah, they'd still be able to experience the flavors that it has, but it would really dumb down, because, I mean, at this point, you know, that alcoholic burn is kind of lost. I don't really notice that anymore. Like, I stopped noticing that a while ago. So even though it's a slightly higher proof, you know, it's not so intense that it's, you know, undrinkable for even somebody that's going to be getting, you know, introduced to it. So that's really all there is to say about it. There's nothing else. It's not like mind blowing. I mean, it's, you know, it's a very common drink. But I feel like it's one that, depending on what spectrum you tend to gravitate towards, you know, whether it be your blended scotches, your Irishes, your ryes. Like, I mean, this is a rye, a pretty rye heavy bourbon. So I mean, it's I don't know, it's just good. So anyways, that's that. We're gonna take and finish sipping on this and play some Call of Duties. Whew, okay, got shipment domination. That's what I like to see, baby. We playing core, regular core, so we do need to hope that the connection gods are with us on this fine day. But here we go. What do we got? We're gonna rock AN94 because I'm still working on that obsidian grind. I think I had this thing obsidian in no time. You know what I'm saying? So I can already tell you that the sweetness of this has already attracted like just a gang of gnats, like a biker gang of gnats has just showed up and they're ready to kamikaze into this bad boy. So one thing that I do need to make sure, like I know the last time that we've done this in this setup and this configuration, the audio was messed up, but I've got the same audio settings that I have for last night's, like, that rage video, so I'm just going to double check, lower that just a little bit more, just to be on the safe side. But otherwise, we're going to rock and roll with what we got and just keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best. So here we go. Oh, baby, spawn me right behind them. Got the sunglasses on so I can barely see anything that's going on right now. Probably should have played hardcore just so I wouldn't have to worry about, you know, actually raining fire down on these guys. I could just kind of shoot and hope I hit something. You guys seen the light? Dude, shipment is so much fun. You know, I just love spawning and then falling over immediately. You don't even have to do no work. It's like a vacation for you soldier, bro. You just flip and stand there and fall over and over again. Got C4 flying through the air. God dang, didn't know he's fighting the Taliban. Okay. What is that? So see, that one guy spawns in that back corner, and then his whole team and every one of his like misfit brothers spawns on this side. So I think I'm about to get a 3-piece. And then just walk in and get pooped on by him. Here we go. We got that. Ooh, A flag. Yes, sir. Gonna pop him through. Teammate don't know what game he's playing. He just runs straight in, hoping he's gonna hit something. And see, look, just like that's the other nice thing. Though sometimes you still, even if you're not playing hardcore, you just take and let the bullets fly, and then you still just hope you hit something. And a lot of times you do hit something, they just end up falling over too. So that's the thing. It's like if you have LMGs on shipment, you can just take and just rain down bullets, and you're going to get kills. Like, it doesn't, like, you don't have to have any skill whatsoever. Like, especially with the PKM, bro, you throw on that 200 round belt and then just send bullets flying, and you're going to get kills. Oh my god, bro, I am so happy I'm killing that guy right before his C4 gets to me. See, it's all about picking out the person that's like in your direct line of sight, and normally I'm pretty good about that, but like I said, with sunglasses, so it's just not, it's not really possible. It's not impossible. Why do I feel like I'm off center of the camera? I need to go this way. Interesting. I must have knocked it off. I think I got the cable wrapped around the bottom of my PC, and I probably hit it with my foot a minute ago. But anyways, yeah, look, I highly recommend for any of you guys that are into it. I'm sure a lot of y'all that have been, or you know, and Nat, I'm telling you, bro, if you get my drink, I'm gonna find your whole family, and I'm gonna do dirty things. I know you never heard of a sexual assault case against the Nat, but by God, I'll make history by being the first one. Okay, what we got right here? Lay down, son. Now, see, one thing is like, I'll probably take and sip on this more later, like during a stream or something, but this is all I'm gonna sip on right now, and I still got a wee bit left, so, it's just still, it's like, what time is it? It is, yeah, it's 2 p.m. I just want to make sure that I had plenty of time to get it up and edited, and all of that good old stuff, so that we don't get too silly before the night time. So I'm still a functional adult, you know. That's important. You gotta be functional. So what, we lose? How are we losing, bro? And I love how this whole time nobody's Cat B yet. And there was the lag spike. There's the Disney roller coaster lag just coming my way, baby. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed that lag rage video from a day or two ago, because you know, I just ended up recording for like an extended period of time using this exact format, and then, you know, I just thought I'd kind of end up clipping out some of the highlights. But because of some of the edits I'd done to it, it got a copyright strike, but not the kind of copyright strike that hurts my channel, as in like I have to worry about, you know, if I get 2 more, my channel gets deleted or anything. But it's the kind of strike that demonetizes the video, which I don't mind that at all, because it's like the money aspect isn't the issue. The problem is whenever a video gets demonetized for a copyright strike, the YouTube algorithm doesn't really share it or broadcast it. It normally only sends it out to like people who are like, you know, subscribed to the notification bell and all that stuff, and then subscribers who have watched like, you know, a decent number of my videos, it'll still show up for them, but it doesn't really put it into the cycle of content that gets put out there. So all I ask is, if you did enjoy that video and would like to see more of those, then just please share it with your friends or anybody that plays Modern Warfare, and just, you know, just share it so that you can, so that it'll help that video, and then it kind of helps that type of content. Anytime I post it gets circulated more, especially if I want to, you know, go balls to the wall with the edits, because normally anything like that, if I make any kind of reference to a movie or anything, the algorithm has got to the point where it's so fine-tuned it can pick out anything. So I love making stuff like that. It just takes a lot of time. One, just time in terms of playing and getting the content, but then it's also one of the most tedious and extensive editing processes that I have to do. So you know, like I said, it's just for y'all's enjoyment, if anything. So just be sure to share it and try to spread the video around. So, but anyways, back to the game. We are second from the bottom, which is not where we want to be, bro. We are not a bottom. We're a top all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Wink, wink. Bro, can somebody get B? And my thing is, how did the enemy team capture a flag so fast they ended up getting that many points ahead of us? I mean, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna just sit here with a grenade in my lap, just so if these guys pop up on me. No. AN94. I thought that I got done getting knifed in the forehead when I was playing against bots, and I can't even get away from it now in action. Here we go, triple cap. That's what we need. Drop shot still doing me dirty too. Can't even get kills trying to drop shot, pussies. What are you gonna do? Lay down, pop these guys. Now, see, I think they're just gonna start going heavy on B. I didn't even look at the leaderboard to see if there's like a full team or anything going on the other side, if I got communication or what. But I'm just going to try to keep them off B, because if we can do that, then we should be able to at least... We're already back on top of the game here. Me and my team putting in work. That grenade's about to kill me. What we got? Oh, spawning. Are they going to spawn on me? That one guy sure did. Get that guy. This guy right here just passed me. He don't know what game he's playing, so that's what I love to see on the enemy. And there's flipping Jackie Chan running around with a knife, just sticking it in my flipping throat again. He shot me in the forehead a minute ago. But he's been killing more people with throwing knives than he is the regular knife, so good for him. Good for him. That's all I can say. Yes, games, continue to spawn me in front of people. I love it. I love it so much. But you know, I am so ready for the Black Ops COD zombie reveal. I gotta look that up here in a minute and see when that is, because I've been playing a lot of custom zombies, you know, streaming on the old YouTubes, and for those of you that have been coming and hanging out, awesome, really appreciate it. And oh yeah, and just another thing too, while I'm thinking about it, the Pro Caliber OG hoodie, the store is now available, like where it's going to be listed on my YouTube channel. There's a new tab that says store, and I think it's in between the community and channels tab on like my channel at the very top, you know, like below the banner but above like where the videos and stuff are. So if you click on that, you will see the hoodie, and it will take you to the Teespring store where you can order one if you would like to. So you know, once again, for those of you guys that's interested, it's now up, ready to rock and roll, ready to order, and it's even supposed to start showing up below the videos. So I thought that was neat and nifty. Now once again, it's going to be like a limited edition. I'm going to keep it up for a month or two, and then, you know, in the future, whenever this, you know, I continue, I plan to grow this to a pretty substantial level. So, you know, whenever, if I ever go to events, you know, E3, any of the conventions or anything, I'm gonna be looking for the OG homies wearing the OG hoodie. You know what I'm saying? So that's the future in a nutshell. But here we go. How are we behind again? We had a hot lead on them, bro, and they just come over here leapfrogging us. I highly disagree. I can't have none of these people popping up over top of us. And that guy just ate every bullet and some Frosted Flakes for breakfast. God dang, I got bacon in the oven, bro. I got bacon. Okay, good. I got like 5 minutes. I think hopefully this game will be over in 5 minutes. Can't burn my bacon. I'm gonna be taking and whipping up some BLT sandwiches. You know, throwing it. Well, like my BLTs aren't BLTs. Mine are BMTs. Bacon, tomato, mayonnaise. Yeah, that's what mine are. And then sometimes I'll eat a pickle on the side, but I never throw a pickle on them. But bro, I can down 4 BLTs easy. Like if the bacon's cooked good. God, I eat mountains of mayonnaise on my sandwiches. It don't matter if it's a cheeseburger, if it's a turkey sandwich, if it's BLTs or BTMs or BMTs. I don't know which one of those sounds better. Have to get a focus group on that one. Can y'all leave me? Jesus, leave me alone. That's what you get, pussies. You're gonna get the Renetti and everything under the sun, all at one time. Oh! I really want to pick up. I want to pick up that 725 and just shoot somebody with it. Okay, well, we third on the leaderboard now, holding our own. Did that grenade have time to fall? I don't think it did. See, I got kind of like used to not using grenades that much, because whenever I'm grinding my weapons for Obsidian, I hop in hardcore, because I mean I could easily drop like 100 kills a shipment game, so that really helps just speed through the 15 kills towards the Obsidian. And every time I throw a grenade, I seem to take out, for every one enemy I kill with a grenade, I take out like 3 teammates, and then by the time you kill 2 of them, it ends up just taking you down with the ship. Captain goes down with the ship, so Captain goes down with the grenade, basically. So, had to stop doing that. Now, see, like, after this sits, but like, it's weird. So, after this sits out for a little bit, it's not even been that long. It's been like, what, 10 minutes since that pour? And there's not barely any left. But now it starts to get a little heavier on the caramel side of things. Is this an enemy? He really is. He's out here just. There you go. That's what you get, pussy. You ain't gonna be saved by the corner. But no, like it gets like a little bit of a thicker caramel, not only a taste, but like a mouth feel. It's almost like, and that's something you see with all bourbons, but it's not nearly as bad with this one as it is with a lot of other ones. Like some of them, especially on the cheaper end, and I think it comes a lot from like the coloring and the filtration stuff that they do. But it's almost like somebody took a small paintbrush and tried to like coat your tongue with like a thin layer of caramel, you know, which is strange. But the nice thing about wild turkey though is you still get a lot of that spiciness, and even something that I failed to mention at the beginning, just because it kind of went over my head, or I guess I could technically say went over my tongue, is the thin woodiness. And that's one of my favorite things. I'm trying to find one that's a lot heavier on the woody side. And I know this sounds weird, but it's like, you know, I have done this. I can honestly compare it to it. I one time when I was working on a spoon, because like every now and then I carve spoons and stuff just for fun, because I'm weird. But so I was like carving a spoon out of white oak, and I licked it before I sanded it, and before I took and sealed it with oil and everything, but the taste is like that. And I mean, they age these things normally in oak barrels, so I'm sure, I don't know if it's white oak or not. I think it is actually, because cooperage comes from white oak. So yeah. So I at the time I didn't connect it, and I didn't connect it until just now with this on sipping on it. But you actually do get that. So if you ever have a piece of white oak, I highly recommend licking it if you're going to try this, and you'll have like a very similar flavor convergence there in your mind. Very interesting. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this week's Whiskey Friday Wild Turkey 101. Be sure to hit me up in the comments and let me know if you have tried it, if you're going to try it, and continue to hit me with the recommendations, because so far I've made a note of all the recommendations that you guys have been hitting me with in the comments section. I got them on a spreadsheet, on a Google spreadsheet, and I've got a priority list of like the next 3 or 4 that I want to try, that I've been wanting to try. It's just about like finding them in my local store. And then after I get done with those 3 or 4 primaries that I'm wanting to do over the next couple weeks, then I'm going to start breaking into the ones y'all are recommending. And I think some of the ones that I'm going to try, I was already planning to try, is bleeding into some of the ones y'all are recommending, which is awesome. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. So as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, share your friends. And until the next one, adios.